Welcome, everyone. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first episode of the Vcast. I'm your host, SP. As you can see, my name is Johnny Tsunami on my Discord. But this is the first episode of the Vcast. Hope y'all will enjoy the next 2 hours of conversation. I'm about to pull up my two guests real quick, and we will get started. All right, give us a second. Go ahead and jump to in-game. There we go. Move to boss room. And YouTube. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, guys. How's it going?
I'm good.
I gotta pull up your volume because we can. There we go. We should hear you now. Welcome, guys, to the stream, the podcast, we want to call it. This is the first episode. How's everyone doing today?
I'm good. But I'll probably have to be back in a little bit because I have to take my little sister somewhere.
That's fine. When you leaving?
Right, what? Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's just gonna be in like 10 minutes actually.
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright.
Alright. Well, as y'all see in the description, we're going to be talking about set 2. Also,
yeah,
what our hopes.
What's your YouTube?
Yeah, I put the link in the fucking
The Discord?
It's in the
Oh, stream announcements?
Yeah, stream. No, yeah.
Oh.
So first thing we'll be talking about set 2. Well, Brian will be back in a minute, but we're going to be talking about set 2, our hopes for set 3, and just how overdress has been going so far. I think overdress is going pretty well, personally, but we have different opinions for that.
Can suck my nuts.
Man, what are you talking about, bro? Overdress has been great.
Outside of the over triggers, yeah.
Alright, Tenchi, he'll be. Oh yeah, I'm joined by my boy, the drip Ninja Bryden, aka the drip chick from God. I can't take your name seriously. And once I move him up to where we're at, Tenchi. Here we go. What's up, man?
Wait, the drip check? I thought it was the vibe check, but I guess.
Man, I don't know. The name changes all the time. Don't know what's happening. Tenchi, can you be there? Hello. Yeah, but let me go ahead and jump to here, of course, and dismiss that. Going into the wiki. I got it already booted up. Brush with the Legends. So set 2, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah, what?
I think this is a pretty good set, you know what I'm saying? Well, you're about to head out to drop off your sister, right?
I'll let you know whenever I have to go.
Huh?
I'll let you know whenever I have to go. It's just gonna be in a few minutes.
So while I have you here,
So, just so you know, in terms of how the decks works, the only deck I have any experience on are like Bastion and Zorga, and that's just because they got.
you're a fucking meta whore.
The fuck you mean I'm a meta whore? I play Zorga.
Man, you said Bastion, that automatically makes you a meta whore.
No, because my friend uses Bastion, not me. Why the fuck would I use Bastion?
Yeah, okay. It's always the quiet ones. Anyway, we'll go to the first triple R of the set, which is indeed Draconic Overlord. Its ability is continuous. Oh shoot, that's a bad idea. Continuous. I should probably start doing that. Continuous vanguard rearguard during the battle attack. See, okay. So before I get into this ability, right, I hate Wiki so much because it always pops up these ads. I hate it. Anyway, continuous vanguard rearguard during the battle scene and attack to rearguard. Your opponent cannot call cards in the guardian circle. And an auto vanguard once returned to an attack hits. Counter -1. It's guarded cards and then scene the draw -1. So it's good. Solid card. Solid.
So I feel like his first skill definitely gives him like generic, like he could, like, if you really need some unit that can easily wipe out even any cards with resist, then he can just clear those easily.
I thought resist cards just couldn't be attacked.
What?
I thought resist cards just couldn't be attacked.
They could be attacked. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like, do we need to look at the ability of resist? Fuck's sake, Brian.
Resist just can't be chosen by card effects.
A unit.
Like,
hold on. A unit. Can I choose once card effects they choose? Okay. So you can't just straight up smack it and say goodbye. All right,
yeah,
fair,
so you can,
fair.
like, you can,
but like, it's very few. I don't think there's any cards yet in Overdress that have resist. So.
What?
I don't think there are any cards yet in Overdress that have resist.
Facade.
That don't count.
Yes, it does. What are
Yeah,
you talking
the fuck
about?
it doesn't. That don't count. Fasado doesn't count.
Yeah, Fasado, the very good card run
Fasado does not count. It just says it cannot be chosen by opponent's card. That does not count. If I don't say resist, it don't count.
That's literally resist.
That does not count. That does not count for resist.
It's just resist without the keyword. That's it.
Man, that's stupid. That's really no. It doesn't count.
So it's good for cards like Facade because then you can just take them out if you really need to.
That does not count. Well, you know what? Whatever. The attack the regular can't block it. So it's a for sure retire something, which is pretty alright. Vanguard, but like I don't think you would really see it in like Virena. It's more of its own thing.
Well,
believe me, I've tried.
That face is so tight, like.
Believe me, I've tried making this like a thing and just no. I tried making Overdress Overlord a thing. It just didn't go out very well. So yeah, that's your Draconic Overlord. In its own deck, it's really good. You know, it's got support cards like Dragon Knight Harlem, which says when wrote upon by Overlord in its card name, calls card to the rear guard. And if you have Vanguard Overlord in its card name, at Soul Blast 1 in this unit, your Vanguard gets +5,000 at the end of turn. So yeah, because it makes it an 18k if you persona or a 28k attacker. So yeah, it's a good card. It's a good card. Then we got the next card, Berserk Dragon, which is another support card for it, and it's when he attacks, if you Vanguard
I thought we were going through the triple R's.
I am, but like I'm going to triple R's and what's supporting them, you know. If it's like a main grade triple R thing. And this unit gets +5 on 10 at that battle, then counterboss 1, choose one opposing choosing one target. So 15k attacker, and then counterboss 1 pop something cool.
Yeah. It's pretty
Fantastic.
nice.
Excellent card design.
I love how like every time they create new art for Berserk Dragon, they keep trying to make sure that you absolutely know that it's not actually red. It's just a grayish, blue, greenish thing.
But yeah, we'll find a bar somewhere here if we just keep looking. But on to the next one, right? We got the granddaddy of the set, the main headliner, Virina Ergar, Variant Algar, forget that name. Anyway, its ability, obviously Trickstar. It may place his card, overdress his card if he has, on the rear guard or
It's literally just better. It's literally just a better Virina. That's it.
To be honest, and then hand at the end about it.
At worst, it's a better Virina.
Hand at the end of the battle. At the end of the battle, your Trickstar attack the Vanguard. If your Vanguard is Chocolate Bar T, Divine Dragon Nirvana, so was 2 overdress. So if y'all didn't know. And if this card is at the end of the battle, you're something attack. It's a multi-attacker. Obviously,
I'm surprised they didn't give any overdress units resist. I'm surprised they didn't have.
I'm upset that they didn't give overdress units resist.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of hoping we're about to talk about set 3, but I'm kind of hoping Spectra has resist because this is ridiculous. One, like honestly, right? These things are really strong, but one little breath in the direction they just fall over. Yeah. Like all you gotta do is look Marine the wrong way and it just keels over. And then Counterblast, Soul Blast 2, Tricks, obviously overdress, standing. And then probably to me, the biggest thing about this card, Countercharge 1. We've been clamoring for a Countercharger in overdress, or at least with this. So this basically makes your Nirvana free.
One thing I think would have made overdress a little bit better is, I don't know if this would be balanced in the slightest, but if like every time you overdress you just draw a card. That's what overdress
So
is.
in this situation, right, you would want arcs to draw you 3 fucking cards.
See, that would require an entirely different design for arcs, because
what the fuck?
The draw 2 would just be absolutely busted.
No. The fact that he gets to draw 2 is fine. But if you the fact that you have to overdress, then draw 2, that's drawing 3. That's such.
See,
that's
like you just wouldn't have that effect if overdress were designed like that, because like, I don't know, from how whenever I've played it, it's always felt like, oh no, they have board control, so it's like really hard to set up your overdresses again, and sometimes you just.
I mean, yeah. You also, like, if you're facing a deck like Prison, right? You're not doing this unless you're for sure gonna kill him that turn.
Like the problem. See, that's the thing. Like, your main mechanic suddenly becomes, I only use it if I absolutely have to. Your main mechanic, you only use it if you absolutely have to against certain decks, and I feel like that really holds the deck back.
Hold on, man. 1 second. I just saw. You know what? Well. Hold on, I want to look at this real quick. What is this? Oh, man, get out of here! It's Monster Strike. I thought it was some Kokaido's card. Anyway,
Dude, hold on. Actually, imagine. Oh, you know what would be really cool though?
What?
Okay, so the new Virina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if its first effect is it gains the abilities of all the cards under it.
You mean Valiente?
I think it would only go up on top of like grade 2 or less overdressed units.
So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Spectrum would do that. Because the slogan on the card literally says it uses the base to make stronger attacks. So I'm pretty sure it just says copy all the effects of the cards under it.
Yeah, like, and that would completely fix the resist problem as well, because, Trickstar. Just copy the effect of Trickstar and suddenly you're just...
Oh, that is true. That is true. If you overdress Trickstar and then go into Elgar and then let's say
Urger, you mean Urger?
Stupid name. Trickstar, Elgar, Valiente, Spectra. Boom. Right there you have a massive attacker that has resist and it can reset if it hits. That's
again
dummy.
It would probably only go on top of grade 2 or less overdress, not on top of Valiente. Honestly, imagine having Valiente's power buff, right? And then you have
Elgar's power buff.
You have Elgar's power buff, and then you have resist, and then you still have the other effect of Expectra or whatever.
I doubt he has any other effects after that. Like, honestly, the combination of Elgar and Valiente is enough already. That's it, no more.
And then you have the restanding, like that's
good. Now you have a what is it? Plus 10 plus. That's 1, 2, 3. That's plus 25 was the 38k. If you persona, that's 48k. If it hits restands, yeah, and you can't touch it, boom, get bodied.
So like with Irina, that's plus 10k. With Valiente,
that's plus 15.
Plus 15k. Plus Elgar, that's plus 10k. That's already plus 35k. And that's like.
Yeah, it's 48. That's 48k with Persona Ride.
And that's just passive power.
No, it's on both turns too. So you try to attack it, you can't do anything.
I know. On both turns. Passive power on both turns. The only way you can try to get rid of it is using fucking Barrow Magnus. That's literally it. Because Lord knows you're not hitting over that.
Yes, sir.
You're just not hitting a plus 28k rear guard.
Exactly. So it sits there mocking you, and guess what? Prison can't touch you no more. Get bodied.
Yeah. So it's like you just can't have that on top of something like Valiente. That's it. You just can't.
Oh no. I mean, to be honest, right? 48k isn't like too outlandish when Bastion's hitting higher numbers than that.
The thing. That's just passive on rear guard. It makes it incredibly.
Yeah, no, but imagine, right, if that was all it does. It was a 48k if it hit restood and had resist. That's it.
Just that alone makes it incredibly powerful.
Yeah, but like if you think about it, right, most decks are hitting those numbers anyway. I mean, look at Orpheus. It's hitting those numbers all right.
Yeah, but
Bastion's hitting those numbers. What do you think Bruce is doing, bro?
Okay, the thing is, they pay costs for that turn to have that power. That card just passively has that power.
You do know that I'm coughing out. It's Trickstar overdressed into Elgar, overdressed into Valiente, overdressed into Expectra. That's 4 cards. That's okay. So let's say you have Trickstar on board. That's 3 cards out of your hand for that. 3 cards.
Initially, sure.
That's a -3 out of your hand. Like.
However, it just has all that passive power, and if you just live another turn, that extra power it gains just completely snowballs.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, is that you're now it's the effects for the cost, and the cost is you're discarding cards out of your hand. Now, of course, right, it wouldn't be that bad if you went Arcs. Now, what makes this thing kind of bust is if you go Arcs, kind of bust 1, draw 2, right? Valiente, Expectra, kind of bust 1, draw 2 again. Draw 4, kind of bust 2. Let's go. So, but in place of that, right, it's only plus 15k on Expectra, you know. So it's only 28k if you percent 38k. So it's give or take.
On Arcs, it's also a little bit weaker, kind of, outside of like of the draws. You know, obviously that would just be an insane amount of
draw power.
If it just had that effect, just
to copy the base. I mean, to be honest, right, if we go to
and if it can overdress over a grade 3, like, oh my god. Imagine if it's a fucking grade 4.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it will most likely overdress over grade 3. It most likely will.
Yeah, it would have to be a grade 3.
Like, to me, I see us running 4 Nirvana, 4 Spectra, 4 Valiente, 4 Arcs, 4 Elgar. Yeah, you're gonna be running 12 grade 3s, but like you want the most out of that overdress skill. So you're going to be like, alright, am I going to go for the power variant or am I going to go for the hand draw variant? And to be honest, I'll tell you right now, it's probably going to be the hand draw variant because that one is more sustainable than the power one. So to be honest, you might not even see Elgar in the freaking deck, you know. Which kind of sucks because it's a new triple R and it just came out, so. I don't know. Well, moving on to the next one. We have Dark States with Crimson Expeller. This is for Barrow Magnus. It's when this unit attacks Vanguard, so charge 1, Axe, Soul, Canvas, 1 boost card in your drop. So charge 1, choose one of your Vanguards, gets us power plus 10k. So, this is mostly for Barrow Magnus. It's alright. It's nothing too fancy.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I don't know what Tenchi's doing. It's fine.
All right, now, Leonard.
Oh well, we got to talk about. We'll get to Leonard, but we'll talk about Critical Expeller. So blessed. Well, yes, let's go to Leonard.
It's a really simple skill.
Now
It's
here
just
comes now. If Elgar was the golden boy, this is the powerhouse madman of set two. The most problematic card we've seen, and that is Diabolo's Jetpacker Leonard. Now, when I first read this ability, I was like, what's so busted about it? And then I realized, oh,
yeah, you just hit the
multi attack. Shit.
Oh, you just hit either the vanguard or the unit behind the vanguard, and that second skill is practically, literally just guaranteed. It's just guaranteed.
Oh yeah. So like
And of course he multi attacks. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, but like, fuck, dude. Like, let's just go over the card real quick, right? If you're in Final Rush, this thing gets 5,000 power, and when this unit would attack, it battles all your opponent's units in that column. Then, I mean, that ability itself, right? It's just pretty broke. But the next effect is what makes this card absolutely fucking amazing. When this unit attack hits, Soul Charge 1. If your Vanguard is Diabolo's Violence Brew, shoot up to one card from your soul. Call to the open rear guard. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what it has to hit? What's the big issue? It attacks a column, and if you let this thing hit, it's now calling a new rear guard onto the rear guard circle. Yeah. Now, of course, y'all know, right, that when you Persona ride, it gets plus 10k to the front row until end of turn. So, in this case...
Hold on. Can this guy just loop himself?
What?
When this unit's attack hits Soul Charge 1. So, can't you just, when he hits Soul Charge 1... Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, hold
on.
I read it wrong. I read it wrong. Oh my god, I thought he put himself into Soul. Okay,
hell no. So, for example, dude, right...
I was like, yo, what the hell? This thing's busted.
Yeah, no shit. This thing's dummy. So, how this works, right, for example, right, and I've played this a little bit with Leonard, and I absolutely ran face. It was amazing. So, how this will work, right, is that let's say you swing Marjorie, right, you have a bit of a back row, you swing Marjorie, right, put a regard into the soul charge 1, and you're now swinging for 33k, right? Then you swing Leonard. Leonard's still swinging for 25k. If you want to be cheeky, add a boost to that. So, now, if you say you have, I don't know, Bad Steve behind him, or Protobulb, right, let's say Bad Steve. Now, that makes it 25 plus 38,000 to that whole column, right? If the attack hits, let's say they block one of the attacks. If the attack hits, right, you then soul charge 1, so that already refunds the call cost, right? Look for a card in your soul. I don't care if it's grade 1, 2, 3, you don't care. Actually, it's probably going to be Bruce because you Persona rode that turn. So, you call Bruce to the rear guard. It's already a 23k attacker, right? You swing Bruce. It's now already 1, 2 on your third attack now. Swing with Violence Bruce. Soul plus 5. Stand Leonard. Stand the other Bruce, right? Swing 23, first check, and then you can see a front trigger. Oh, you're just memeing now. So you swing 33k, right, if you hit a front, right, with the Bruce. Then you swing Leonard again. If the attack...
Also, hold on. Does anything put themselves into soul after the bat? Can't you, if you want Leonard to multi-attack, wouldn't you just use Barrow Magnus support? Because some of them put themselves into soul.
Yeah, but like the thing is, if you want to, the Vanguard has to be Violence Bruce for it's a multi-attack.
Well, no. I'm talking about like the Barrow Magnus support, like the cards around him.
I mean, Eden's already hitting. It's already a 15k 2 crit attacker. Marjorie, I don't even have to explain Marjorie. And if you're broke, you can use your Colossus, which is already 20k attacker for the Social Counterblast. Like the Bruce support is just far better than the Barrow Magnus support. You know, like. So you're just you're with your Leonard, and if it's up a column, or you know what, swing a Vanguard, be that guy, you know. And if it hits, soul charge, bada booey, 7. So it potentially you're doing 6 attacks, highest 7 attacks that turn. With that's already nutty. And If you see the Olibario over trigger, then you're just winning. Yeah, Leonard in a card is just so dumb. It's such a dumb card. Good God, man.
What the hell?
You know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy card. Yeah, Leonard in itself is going to be a really hard card to get over. Like, this put Bruce in tier 1. Like, legit just put Bruce in tier 1. And that's not the only thing it got. Like, it got even worse stuff. So, let's move on to... we've done Dark States, right? Let's move on to Brantgate with one of my favorite cards. Cardinal Draco Alvaderd. I hate that name, Alvaderd.
Wording in the wiki.
It's so bad. Cardinal Draco Alvaderd.
They have it on a light gray background, put on light blue outlines on a
right?
White
It's so ugly.
It's not that it's ugly, it's that it's hard to read.
It hurts my eyes, but we'll continue. Cardinal Draco Alvaderd. Its ability is during your turn, if your world is Dark Knight, it gets 2,000 power. If your world is Dark Knight instead, it gets 5,000 power. So, of course, the whole thing about Orpheus, if you didn't know, it's 15k base, 15 plus 15, obviously is 30. Swing 30, the opponent, it's like, honestly, right, 30k base may not seem like a lot, but if you're swinging 30 at Van, there's no 20k shields anymore. So they have to cough out 2 15s for it, so... Or a 15 and a 5, but if you're Persona Ride, that's heavy. And then at the end of battle attack, retire a Shadow Armor token, choose 1 punch rear guards and pop it. So yeah, this card just says, hey, I'm gonna pick a rear guard. Goodbye. Gets rid of pesky rear guard. So I think it's good. It's a 15k body on its own, and I think it's just a better Kibasia, because Kibasia doesn't retire something. I think it still has the same 2k 5k thing, but it doesn't pop anything when you use it. So moving on, of course we have Aurora Battle Princess. This card, good God, man, I hate it. Aurora Battle Princess, Perio Turquoise. Its ability is continuous rear guard during your turn. If you have 2 or more opponents, rear guards imprisoned in your prisons, you use 5,000 power. Front row rear guard, if your opponent's card is imprisoned in your prison, placed on rear guard, Shiryuki.
I wouldn't care sometimes just because I play Zorga, so I'm just retiring some of them regardless.
I mean, the thing is that when playing for a rear guard, if your opponent's card's been imprisoned in your prison, placed on a rear guard, you can just 5,000 turn.
I know.
Minus 5k. So if you're like, I don't know, if
I'm Zorga, I either use it, I still call my headhunters, or because I run Malice again in my deck, so you just use the cards you call from the prison as fodder for Malice.
To be honest, the only deck that doesn't give a fuck is Orpheus. Like, they don't care. It's gone. It's not going to be there anyway. So.
Oh damn, my tokens.
Oh no, my token's got in prison. Oh man, let's get a pin of the CB2 and call them back out. It's only gonna have like 15,000 counter chargers.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sad. Ho hum. Shut up. Whatever. Moving on.
And then they imprison any of your other cards. Like, damn. What do I... Finally, some use for all this soul.
And then we have... So, that's Brantgate. So far, it's actually solid support for Brantgate. I give it like a good 6 out of 10. It's not completely like overwhelming, like, oh, this card's so good, like Leonard or Elgar, But, I'd say, like, yeah, no, these cards are definitely going to see a home in their respective decks. So the next one for Keter Sanctuary, we shouldn't have an argument for the next card, but Heavenly Bow of Edifying Guidance. Why? Just why? It's so stupid. Heavenly Bow of Edifying Guidance, Refrizo.
See, like, here's what I'm...
Alfonso.
Here's what I'm thinking, right? They gave Bastion such absurdly good support in the first set. They have to purposely try to like tone down his support just because he was already starting off at such a high tier.
To be honest, Frizzo is literally just a better Dark Strain.
Bastion literally got 3 sets worth of support in set 1, and then even then, in set 2, he gets an order that gives him a triple drive.
Like, to be honest, right, this thing is where if you Persona right, this thing gets boost. So if you don't Persona right, it's a dead card. And then back, if you don't Persona right, it's a dead card. Dead card, honestly.
But if you do Persona right,
if you do Persona right, it's a great card. But if you don't Persona right, it's shit.
Actually, no, because they still have that one grade 3 that gives everyone boost anyways.
That's Dark Strain. You want this instead of Dark Strain.
Yeah, Dark Strain.
Yeah, so if that's the case, then there's no point in running this because you have Dark Strain.
No, you have that back row skill. He doesn't only have that first skill, dude.
It's bad. No one cares. You don't boost anyway. What the fuck? you don't boost with your back running. You know what? Bad card. 2 out of 10.
Dude, that is it. It literally restands. I don't know.
Whatever, man. 2 out of 10. It's cards. I mean, at least it's better than a Festival Collection card. Anyway, so Festival Collection was so bad. Next one for
he is better than the next card.
Yeah. So next one, we're gonna have an argument for this one. Phantom Blaster Dragon. Here we go. When the team is placed on Vanguard, choose a card with Blast in its card name from your slow being called to the rear guard. Then
his second skill isn't even not once per turn. Like
act once per turn, counter blast 1, retire 3 rear guards. You set the 2 points rear guards, retire them. The team gets plus 10k and a crit until end of turn. So Brian here thinks this card is absolute dog shit.
See, look, if you high roll with Maka's insurance, then sure, it's a decent card. But if you like mid roll or low roll, especially if you low roll.
Okay, I think this card by itself, right?
Oh, by itself, it's garbage.
It's garbage, but in the deck it's in, I think it's good. I wouldn't. It's like it's in between like Magnolia and like Eugene.
Magnolia is not that low.
Like that's why I put it in between. Because to be honest, right, that choose 2 rear guards and retire it, that hurts. That hurts a lot of decks. Popping 2 rear guards.
Well, I play Zorga, so I really don't care.
Well, that's Zorga. That's the one deck I have like what 12.
I mean Nirvana would kind of.
Nirvana, it hurts. For Bastion, it hurts. For Bruce, it definitely hurts.
Okay, for Bastion, I don't know if Bastion really cares nearly.
Bastion cares a lot about their rear guards, bro. Okay. Like any deck that cares about rear guards, that pop 2 still deals a good dent.
Orfist. Oh no.
Orfist. Oh no. My Shadow Army tokens. Shut up.
Oh no, I have to pay Counterblast 2 again just to.
I got a CB2 get my kid to call. That CB2 to call 3 was so good god, man. Yeah, but like no, to me I think Phantom Blaster Dragon can be a really good card. Like if in future support sets we might see some generic cards that really buff this thing. Like there are cards in this set that people don't even see, right? Them in deck.
Like one thing I realized, like Brankgate's feeling a lot like V Mega Colony. At least when V Mega Colony first came out. Cause different forms of countercharging.
Yeah, but no, I think I'm because personally I'm building this deck. I'm building Phantom Blaster Dragon. So I think Phantom Blaster Dragon.
Damn. That's crazy. I'm probably building Draconic Overlord.
Oh my god. I think this deck has potential. Do I think it's tier 1? Fuck no. But I still do think that this deck.
Do I think it's tier 2?
Fuck
no. Do I even think it's tier 3? Hell no.
I know. Tier 3 is like Eugene. I think this deck is it's a mid tier 2. Mid tier 2.
Mid tier 2.
Mid tier 2. Yes. Sound high tier 2 with like honestly I think high tier 2 was like Orphis, Magnolia, Zorga, those types of decks. I think it's like in the same level as like Hexa Orb, you know. That's what I think.
No.
Yeah.
Hexa Orb has the ability to just Exodia.
this deck is consistent as fuck. Like I personally think this deck is probably the most consistent deck in the game, and
Really?
it's meta at 10, if not in the game.
It's really that consistent.
It's not. There's no power behind it. Hell, there's no power, but it's consistent as hell. Like it does one thing: pop rear guard, pop your own rear guard, swing face, and it does it well. So, I put it in the same level as Pentagleam because with Pentagleam you need to Hexa Orb. So because with that deck you need to draw you need to draw the cheese in order to just smack opponent in the face. If you don't draw cheese, you're sitting there wondering why am I playing this deck.
Baron Magnus is like, damn, that's crazy.
Dang, man, I gotta freaking get the cheese. Honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't even put. I think this deck's even better than Barrow Mag, to be honest. The reason why I say it's better is because like this deck, right? It gets the 10k in the credit in the pop the opponent's board, but like with Barrow Magnus, it has to use up so many hand cards just to pull it off. With this, you're just the deck doesn't care because there's so many cards in the deck that just say call something for nothing for fodder.
One thing I'm interested in seeing is how they're gonna handle like second forms of the main bosses. So one thing I doubt they're gonna do is make them their own, like to replace them in the ride deck.
Yeah,
let's going to just give them effects.
Let's put a pin. Let's put a pin in that conversation real quick. Let's get through the set and we'll talk about second forms of mainline bosses real quick. We're almost done. We just finished Keter, so what's left? What's this? Stoicheia? No one cares. No, I'm kidding. For Stoicheia, what's this? Sylvanhorn Beast, Daimonaru.
It's a furry.
I mean, what card isn't a furry in this fucking deck? Anyway, when placed on rear guard for your Vanguard, is Sylvanhorn Beast Magnolia, so blast 1, choose one of your rear guards, and turn you can attack from the back, this is 5k. Then when it's unit, it shows my opponent's Vanguard effect, it basically becomes a 20k attacker. It's good. Yeah. It's just a really good solid card. I think it's a worse version of Leonard, but it's good.
I forgot. Did they get any better forms of Soul Generation?
I don't know. We'll have to see in the set. So, then we have...
So, up to the better Stoicheia card, Rogue Headhunter.
Shut up. My god, hold on.
Fantastic boy. Love him.
Rogue Headhunter. Its ability, when played from your order zones, you get 5,000 power. Then when the scene is placed on rear guard, the next time you would Alchemagic and order card play this turn. Reduce the counter loss by... Shut up. That's... Fuck off. That's so stupid. What the... Why? It's so mean.
It's pretty nice.
It's nice, but it's still mean. It just makes your thing
like,
just pretty much free.
It makes your Zorga effect essentially free. And then, or if you just play from hand, your plays just get insanely cheaper. It's like, oh no, I have to pay fucking 2...
now I will say this though, right? The fact I will say this.
3 counterblast? No, I'm paying 1.
The main issue I saw with Zorga was that you just paid so much CB for your effects, and when you were out of CB, you were like, "Fuck." Fair.
I guess if you just like fucking shotgun everything, sure.
Yeah. So I honestly, good card. I think it's good. A lot of these cards are really solid.
So
and are difficult to see at home in their respective sets.
I've only done a tiny bit of testing on Zorga for set 2, and I'm just telling you, the moment Zorga gets Foolish Burial is the day Zorga hits tier 1. Alright?
Foolish Burial?
Dude, I cannot wait for that deck to get a Foolish
Burial. I'm gonna take a dump!
Dude, I can't. I really want a Foolish Burial already.
Oh, that'd be good. Or imagine if they got like a what was that one card?
Anything that can allow me to like say.
Oh, I know what you want. We want like a column bard. Is what we call it? A column bard.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, column bard's literally Foolish Burial.
Yeah. Or what's that one card? It was a shade. I forgot what it was called. I was going to Grand Blue real quick. Yeah, Greed. Yes, Greed Shade. Yes.
that would make Zorga insane. Like,
Yeah, so if you see a Greed Shade, right?
dude, I'm telling you, if we got a Greed Shade, imagine
Greed Shade during your turn if you're drawing cinema cards. Okay, when it's placed, discard a card from your hand, put 2 cards from the top of the deck into the drop zone, return a card not named.
Yeah,
this will literally just straight up refund your Alchemagic.
First off, that is busted because, oh, what's that? I drew / milled my overtrigger. Cool.
Oh shit! Is my overtrigger gonna drop off? What?
Yeah.
Better pick that shit up.
Yeah. At that point, you don't even need to use Ghost Chase. It's just
honestly.
there.
But yeah, those are the triple R's for the set. Of course, we got some double R's like Daimari, which you want to go through the double R's, or you want to just move on to the next topic?
Hold on. I got one more thing to add on Zorga.
Yeah.
Because I play Zorga. So, with the orders that came out, especially Overcoming an Unnatural Death and the new Grade 1 that returns all your cards from bind to drop.
Wait, which one is it called? For...
Beauty Pulling the Sleeve for the Grade 1 that I talked about.
Let me see for Stoicheia. Nectar of Sensations. Stoicheia.
She's a rare.
Oh, she's a rare. Okay. Rare Stoicheia. Beauty Pulling the Sleeve.
Yeah, she's really good.
We've seen space in Rearguard. You may put all cards from your bind zone to the draw. Oh, what the fuck?
So essentially that plus.
You think it's for that? You think it's fucking for each card? Oh, that's brutal. Oh
yeah,
man.
Dude. So you use that plus Overcoming an Unnatural Death and or something like Coffin Shooting.
Wait, hang on. Overcoming Natural. Which one is that? I just look it up. 1 second.
There's also Coffin Shooting, which he's just a 10k where his effect is in the drop zone, Soul Blast 1, bind an order from your drop to call him to an empty rearguard circle. He's really good.
Let me look it up. Overcoming. Hold on. I need to actually type this properly.
Overcoming the Unnatural Death. It's a common. It's like literally at the bottom of the list.
Overcoming Unnatural Death. There we go. Play some kind of spawn. Bind this card. Put 2 cards from your drop. If you choose up to 2 cards from your drop, put them in the Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, just so you know, that can also add back Ghost Chase.
That's so ew. The hell?
It's good. Just keep in mind it costs Counterblast 1.
Yeah, but with Rogue Headhunters, you don't care.
But yeah, so no, because eventually, like, you don't have Rogue Headhunters in your hand.
I guess.
So, the thing what I'm thinking about that is, so you use this plus, you know, just Alchemagic with something else, add a couple orders, have Malice ready, and then use Beauty Pulling in the Sleeve, you know, to call herself.
Yeah.
Well, you just call her, she puts everything back, and then say you play more Headhunters again, you know? Use a Counterblast. Oh, hold on. You just use a Counterblast. You know, do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
However, if you need to countercharge, you have Malice ready. So you can just Malice into something else, and then the Beauty Pulling in the Sleeve just like resets everything for you anyways. And if you get a good loop going, you can essentially just call her back every single turn, and she has like plus 15k. She's a plus 15k booster, essentially. She's crazy.
So of course,
even if you,
So of course, right? I play Orphis. Let me hear him. Orphis best deck. Let me hear that. I play Orphis, so I like Alvadred. I like the fact that with this one card, right? It's a 15k, 25k if you persona right and you pop something. But that's not the main point. What I like from this set the most, right? And I keep chatting it. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. what I like from this set, right, is the new double R, which is Cardinal Thumberino. And this one says when it boosts a Shadow Army token, you may have it 15,000 power to the turn. If you do, at the end of the battle, it retire all regards to sequence and draw one card. So, right, if you think about it, right, this card is a +0 for a 23k booster on a Shadow Army token. So by itself, right, it's now 38k. So even if we don't Persona Ride, right, that's 38k on the Vanguard. And if you think about it, right, if you're going first, right, with Orphist, and you use Thumberino, and it's 38k, they're at 10k base, right? Mm-hmm. So that's 38k. Then they have to cough out a 20 and a 15. That's not, what, 35, 45, right? Or even two 15s, that makes it 40. So they're already coughing on such massive shields when they're grade 2, which for some people, right, they just don't have that in hand. Like, playing Bastion, it's going to be really tough to have that in hand with your hands chugging with grade 3s. But what makes it even better is that you can just pop that column, right? So if Prison wants to turn President, they can't, goes to the drop zone. Pop that column, and just draw a card. So it's just a massive refund. So basically you're calling 2 for free for massive attack. So I personally think that's an amazing ability to have from the Marino. Do I think it's a 4-of? Most likely, yeah. Because card's nuts. Yeah. Moving on, right? And I think most of the cards in this set are just counter charges. Like Glutonic Monster Malnorm is discard a set order from your hand, counter charge 1. So actually, I see this card as just for Prison only, because your world cards are so crucial. Like you need both world cards by turn 3. So I don't see you using this until like later turns but sometimes, right, you just want the set of world card instead of counter charging, but it's up to you. Personally, yeah. I'm still gonna use what's it called? That one grade 1 that's really expensive. Should I have the deck on me? What's it called again? It's the one card that says go to Soul after counter charging. It's escaping my mind right now. Let me see if I can find out what it is. I have the deck right here. Boba Mind. There we go. So yeah, I'm still gonna use Boba Mind because it's a Soul Charge 1, counter charge 1 effectively, and it still stays on the board. It leaves. So honestly, right, since we're in a meta that popping things is just so it's just so heavy, right now, so we move on to later sets where popping things really matter. The fact that Boba Mind just goes into Soul and just leaves the board entirely is great. That's why I want to use it. Moving on to what's the next thing from rank 8? Yeah, I saw this Dairy Violet for Prison, and it says place in Guardian Circle if you have one or more opponent's cards from your prison, Soul Blast each opponent's units. It cannot be hit by grade 2 or low unit. It's attacked in that battle. So this is basically effectively a PG for a Prison, which I think is pretty alright, you know. Move on to the next part of it. Cardanoid Plastia. So I see people using this one because it says when attack boost hits. When it's the recent attack boosted by a Shiny Army token, hence draw a card. So you would use this, right, to just increase your hand even more. Would I run this card? Maybe. I don't know. Because that on hit the draw one is pretty good.
Which one are you going again?
Cardanoid Plastia. It's a rare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's a good card. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm smooth brain and because it just says it's an all hit the draw card. I don't really like it, but I'll if I want to make like a massive hand, like hand is the only thing I care about for Orphist. I won't totally run this card because that all hit the draw one's really good. To
be able to use those 20k fronts.
Oh yeah.
20k shield fronts.
Then, this card I would definitely run in the deck. Cardinal Fang Merisma. Its effect is when you use placed on rear guard, the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to one world card from among them. Reveal, put the respawn deck in any order. Yeah, I would run this card instead of that one alien card that we're running. That's a grade 2. That kind of what's supposed to in the draw one. I would run this card mainly for the fact that it just. It literally looks for a world card. And if you can't find it, Baltic all of them. So I can't tell you how many games I've been where uh, a world card just isn't there by the time I'm on turn 3, and I'm like, well, fuck. Looks like we're not having fun today. So, yeah, I
I
think
wonder how.
Marisma is a definitely 2 or 3 of.
I honestly wonder how much the SPs for. Oh, hold on.
And then, what's the next one?
I'll be right back. Gotta get some food.
Then we
Be
have
right
Cardinal
back.
Prima Eclopa, which is the grade 1, which is literally just when you attack to boost. If your ward is Abyssal Dark Knight, to attach damage, you can charge 1. Again, I like it, but it means that it's still on the field, and I hate that. I want it off the field when I counter charge, which is why I like Blow Mine so much. So I probably take this into consideration, but I probably want to run it for myself. And we have this one. Whimsical Machine Bees, Bug Motor. If you have one or less opponent's cards, that's a prison card. Rest of the team's opponent's. Choose a card opponent's sharp prison prison. Yeah, well, draw some imprisonment for nothing. Great. I mean, fair, they needed it for Brangate. What is this? Diabolos. What is this one? I just saw it. For Dark States, Debo's Edge, Grand to Lee. Oh, meh, it's fine. Hang on, guys. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. I think Brian went to get food, so we'll be right back in just a second.
Cash App. Want to move money instantly with a few quick taps?
What is up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm about to head back into the stream. Sorry for the long wait. You know how it is with real life. Let me turn down that lo-fi hip hop one time. There we go. Be in the background when we're talking. 1 second. There we go. Alright, let me go ahead and go back to the call. I couldn't hear anything. What's up, Brian? Hello? Yeah, I cannot hear you. Hold on, let me disconnect and you can come back in. Hello? Brian. Okay, well, hold on 1 second, guys. Let me disconnect them. They can. One second, jumps in, move him to the ting. Love Discord. Hey, Brian, what's up?
Hi.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright. Got me music playing in the background. So we talked about set 2 a little bit. Hope y'all go in because I think this weekend is the pre-release for some LGSs. So if you guys want to go in, you know, upgrade your decks, of course. Honestly, all in all, every nation got some good support. You know, Dragon Empire got some good support for their decks. Brain Gate as well. Dark States, Keter. Of course, some more than others, but really every deck got something nice in this set. You know, everything that got something that's really good. You know, so for Eugene.
Dude, they could have printed like a 15k base vanilla, and that would have been better support than Eugene got in the first set.
But yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, moving on. Of course, we have the new set coming out very soon. I think it's September 24th for Japan, so I'm guessing we're going to in October, November time. D Booster Set 3, Advance of the Intertwined Stars. Of course, you see Virina Expector Gadget, whatever you want to call it, on the set. And also we got 3 new ride lines for the set. The first one we're going to look at is the of course, this is how I'm pronounced, Avaricious, Abercrombie, Aveline, whatever, fuck you, Demonic Dragon Greedon.
Avaricious, yeah.
Yeah, Abercrombie Dragon Greedon. Of course, man, he has the drip. Look at this man. Man's like, yeah, I'm finna steal everything, including yo girl. You better watch out, bro. This man is dripping. But you know, kind of looks like a knockoff Jack Skeleton. But anyway, right?
Thank God he doesn't have a neck beard, cause that fedora would look really cringy.
Fuck's sake. But yeah, you know, I like the art though. Its ability is take over allies and become more powerful. So the mob boss, basically. You know, he takes over different sections of property and just destroys people. Of course, this is for Dark States, the Abyss Dragon. Do I like it? Yeah, I think the art looks great. It could be really good for Dark States. I think it would be really, really fun, you know. Yeah, I like it so far. We don't know what the ride line is, but you know, of course, it's probably going to be really something really fun for Dark, something new. And then of course we move on to Brandgate, Gravidia Nordlinger. Of course, it's a mix of Deletor and Mega Colony. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. You know, it looks so. It's something.
People are gonna simp over.
Honestly, they're gonna simp over the freaking that one chick from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Honestly. So of course the blurb is let's say blurb. Just say the freaking slogan, dude. What the hell's a blurb? Blurb is sweep your opponent's rear guards with meteorites. So of course I have another board wipe thing here. Personally, what I think it's gonna do is that it's going to here's the idea that I have. It's gonna be like a counterblast. It's gonna be like Orpheus counterblast 2. Choose a select number of rear guards, take the order card meteorite, and put it on that rear guard circle, right? At the end of the turn, they explode. There we go.
Alright, now, bro, like, whenever you buy the deck, it just comes with a bag full of rocks, and every time you use your skill,
just fucking every time, just when you buy the deck, comes with a bag of rocks, counterblast, so you just start chucking them, bro.
Alright, so either you put me at 6 damage, or you get knocked out, pick.
It's either you put me at 6 damage, I'm stoning your ass. What you got, bro?
Yeah.
Yo, you know what they call me? They call me the mega pitch. Yo, I could just imagine, bro. Fucking, you're playing outside with a friend, right? And it's like, I activate the order card meteorite. Just picks up a rock, and he's like, "Oh shit, nigga, no! But that's not what I mean."
Yeah, God forbid you go up against Tanjiro or something, though.
Yo, you freaking no. It comes when you buy the set, right? It comes with the deck, right? Rocks and a slingshot. Run. Yeah,
but they're meteorites. You gotta shoot them like mortars.
But yeah, no, with Drunk Video Nordlinger, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good with meteorites. So basically, it just bombs the board, which is the more reason why the next card we're gonna look at, what's it called? Virina Expector, knockoff, Orgeyser. Anyway, which is one reason why this card needs to, so we were talking about it before the cast, right? Me and Ninja Raiden. We talked about how this card could be like copies all the effects of its base, of the base card under it, and then because there's trick stars under there, it immediately has resist. And I think that's a brilliant idea. He thinks that's too powerful, but personally for me, I think that's a good idea because we're getting so many decks. Right?
I only think it's too powerful if you can overdress over a grade 3.
I mean, to be honest, right? It's hitting numbers that we haven't seen before. Like if you overdress over the grade 3, what is that? 15 plus 30, that's 28. Then with Elgar, it's 38,000. That's numbers we've seen before. Freaking in set 2, Orpheus is hitting that number, you know? A lot of decks so far are just hitting over 30k with that Persona Ride, like, instantly. So, with Expectra, right, that's not too far of the imagination. On top of that, right, it has resist, you know? So, with this new Meteor nonsense, it won't freaking just blast it out the water.
I saw this one comment where someone mentioned that Flagberg Dragon looks like a recycled Maelstrom Stride, and it really does look like that.
So we'll get to Flagberg in a second, but with Expectra, right, I would like it to be a good card. Like I want it to have good synergy with all the new cards that we have, you know. And to be honest, I said in the blurb is the next evolved form of Virina use the original dress to make a strengthened attack possible. So this just screams copy the abilities. Like this just screams it, bro. It literally just screams copy the effects of the cards. That's literally just it. And then if they want to make it extremely broken, right, it could say it gets plus 5k for each of the original dress. Now if it says that, then I'm okay, now you're going too far. But if it just says copy the effects of the original dress when you overdress it, right, I don't see a problem with that. That's perfect. You know, make it a grade 3, copy effects. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, Virina Valiante already gains power for each original dress.
Yeah, and then Elgar gains 10k for each of it and 10k shield, and then it'd be 30k attacker. And if they copy Trickstar, then boom.
Yeah, it'll become fucking massive.
become a massive thing that you can pop. You know, but I mean, the only thing that's really gonna stop it is Barrel Magnus, because you just put it in the soul. But that should be it though. The only thing that should be able to stop it is Barrel Magnus, because the one thing that we've already have so many issues with overdress that we don't need more. Like if it just make it to where, right, that I don't have to feel bad to overdress cards, because so many cards that just pop things, I have to be like, okay, I gotta wait till like turn 4, or if you're near death, to overdress you. You know, I'm tired of I just want to overdress without any problems. That's what I would like. You know, and I don't think that. Personally, for me, I don't think that's too much to ask for when so many other decks are getting such good shit. You know. Like, I already made the example of Orphis, Bruce, Barrel Magnus, even Magnolia if they try hard enough, you know. Zorga, they're already hitting those high numbers. So hitting 38k isn't too big, you know what I'm saying? When so many of other decks are doing just that.
It only really becomes crazy in slower matchups, where it's like, okay, literally cannot clear this. So I have to go for Vanguard, but I'm still slow.
1 second. We got a subscriber. Thank you, Rudolph Shrek, for subscribing. Thank you so much, man.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess, like, in shorter matches, it doesn't matter as much. But in, like, if you're just grinding, oh my god. Against Prison, I don't know if they're going to keep up with that.
Oh, no. If you're grinding, right, and you keep on hitting Expectra after Expectra after Expectra.
Oh, wait, no, yeah. If Expectra gets that resist from Trickstar, you just don't lose to them. You just don't. Yeah,
but the thing is that, right, the thing is that what makes this thing so fair to me is that it's not free. You have to go, so let's say you have it in hand, right, to go Trickstar. So let's say let's say worst case scenario, you don't have Trickstar on rear guard, right? Discard Nirvana, right? Discard something for Nirvana, Trickstar, that's why you card out of your hand. Overdress, card out of your hand again for Elgar. Overdress into Valiant, then the card out of your hand. Overdress into Expectra. That's now, I think, 3, maybe 4 cards out of your hand just to get Expectra off to go full power. That to me, that's a -4 to hand. That's fine. For a massive attack that can't be retired, that's good. Fine, perfect. Like I don't see not a person for me, right? You're gonna be running draws out the face, you know. You're gonna be running multiple draws, but to be honest, right, that's a worthy give and take for a card that basically says, "Yo, I'm running you over and you can't stop me."
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is that, right, if just looking at the art of a Spectra, that sounds like something it would freaking do. You know, this card is another card that would say, "Oh, I'm gonna be like 23k attacker." Hiya.
Yeah.
You know, so. Yeah, no, I know, and on paper it seems like a really, overpowered skill, but for the cause of overdressing by minusing yourself out of hand so many times, it's worth it, you know? And if you want to circumvent that cost for Expectra, right, then go into Arcs and make yourself go minus 5k, draw 2 cards. So then instead of minusing 4, you're minusing 2. But at least you're getting off Expectra relatively quickly, or at least close to that, you know. But you know, that's my take for Expectra. If it does that, honestly, thank God. That's probably our best, if not the best, overdressing card we've gotten or will get. But moving on to the next one, we have Flagship Dragon, Flagberg Dragon, which to me, I look at it and I'm like, oh, it looks so cool, and I keep looking, I'm like, what's that horn doing?
Apparently his head is just to the side, so it looks like he has one horn, because that just looks weird.
It looks so awkward. My god, it looks so awkward. Like, I can imagine it when it turns head just to look at you, it had like 2 massive horns, but now it's got this one freaking doohickey looking horn. But of course, right, it's Aqua Force, it's a dragon, so of course, yes, it's gonna go by number of attacks it does in a turn. Not surprised at all. Do I like it? Hell yeah! I'm gonna build this deck. What are you talking about?
I'll have the cards to build the deck regardless, so I might as well play it.
Yeah. I'm building Flagbird Dragon. But that's probably, I think for this set, right? I'm gonna get support for my own decks, obviously. But the only new deck I'm building is Flagbird, and that's it. Because I'm already coughing out so much money for the other set.
I'm just hoping in set 4 that Zorga finally gets his DSR already.
I think for set 4, if it's DSR of Zorga and Orphis, I am down. I'm so down. But of course, we gotta appreciate the DSRs for the new set. So I saw on Facebook, right? Well, hold on. I saw on Facebook that people complaining like, all the art for the DSRs looks so weird, and I'm like, this is hand drawn. you know that, right? This is hand drawn. Alright, you know what? If I'm gonna rant, right? If you're complaining about the art for the DSRs, bro, listen, right? I'm gonna be that one snide YouTube commenter and say, I challenge you to make something better. I challenge you to make a DSR of Chronojet. Send it to me, and if it looks great, then I will eat my own words. But until then, I don't think you have any room to judge. Like, the DSRs for Seraph Snow looks actually gorgeous. Like, I would probably buy this. But
anyone who hates on DSRs probably sound like, if JoJo went into Vanguard, they'd probably hate on DSR like rarities where they just have manga panels. So. Honestly,
and look at this. The DSR for Magnolia looks fucking well, not a furry, but I might become one now because of the DSR. But the DSR for Magnolia it's fucking gorgeous, bro. Shit looks great, Like, there's not much you can hate on about the DSR. Like, all of them were hit out of the park. Like, if you look at the Bruce DSR, it's fantastic. Look at the Bastion DSR, it's fantastic. All the DSRs so far, I don't think they've missed at all. They look fucking great. So, I like the way they're looking.
The only thing is that, like, Nirvana's DSR just doesn't have that Mappa drawing style. They just gave that to Trickstar, which is literally the grade 0.
I mean, Trickstar is kind of the crux of your deck, to be honest. So I'm not surprised.
It's just funny how, like, the actual boss doesn't get the regular DSR treatment. And little Trickstar.
I mean, if we look at if you go to where is it? Where is? Oh, there it is. You look at Nirvana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put it a little fast enough. It looks alright. It looks, honestly, if I were to pick between this DSR and the SP in Festival Collection, I'd probably pick the SP Festival Collection. But it looks good. It looks great. Like, it's just a different. It looks more like a phoenix than a dragon. Like, if you look at the original one, like in English, it looks like a dragon, kind of like that. But if you look at this one, it just looks more like a phoenix. Which massive chicken, KFC dragon. Anyway, but yeah, that's all we know so far for set 3, which isn't too bad. I honestly, what I'm hoping for is that for Expectra, it's something good. For Greedon, honestly, I hope this set is as good looking as the previous one, because personally, I think for me, set 2 was just to catch everyone up to like Bastion and Bruce. Which it kind of did, honestly. I think it gave us that much. And I think in this set, right, I think it should be that we should just, again, take another step forward. Now, of course, I've heard the argument that, hey, how are they going to support 12 decks at once? Because now we have, for Dragon Empire, we have, in fact, I think it's more, I think it's like over 20 now, with come on stereo. For Dragon Empire, we have Dragonic Overlord, we have Nirvana and their Trickstar. I have the new thing for the new starts deck 6 for Dragon Empire, and then for what's it called? And then for Dark States we have Bruce and we have Barrow Magnus, and then now we have Greedon, and then for Keter Sanctuary we have Phantom Blaster Dragon and Bastion, and then for Stoicheia we have Flagbird Dragon, Zorga, and Magnolia. So, and also for Brandgate, we have Nordlinger. So the argument is that, like, right now there's so many decks that they're making, right? That and the only problem is that each set they're all going to get support, which I think that's going to be a thing. But it's just that some decks might get more support than others. Case in point, set 2 with Eugene. So that's probably. What's up?
I feel like they just need to start printing more generic triple Rs and leave more archetype driven cards into double R's eventually, because then
Yeah, like I think
you could put like your main 2 or 3 clans on with double R support, have maybe one generic triple R per set and one archetype specific card on triple R, maybe have it
like,
just rotate.
For set 4, right? Because we already have like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is where I have 5 different versions of Arena. For next set, if we're gonna do this new thing with Dragon Empire, fine, we'll make an extra bar for Eugene or something, man. Like, Eugene has seen literally not. Give it some love, is what I'm trying to say. With Eugene has seen basically nothing since set 1, and it's by far like not being considered the worst deck in the format, which shouldn't be a thing because Eugene just looks good. And if you saw in the last what's it called? If you saw in the last Springfest, it did relatively well, deck-wise. So, yeah, for decks like Eugene, right? At least give it some type. Give it something, bro. Like, come on now, give it something that's makes it worth like fucking using.
Bro, I just love Soul Blasting 5 to mill 4 triggers off the top of my deck.
Right? I love Soul Blasting 5 to pop one thing.
Like, I think the main problem with Eugene is just how shitty his Soul Blast 5 skill is. It's like, they could at least try to mitigate how bad it feels to lose a bunch of triggers off his skill. Especially when it's so expensive.
Yeah, it says res 2 rear guard. Choose 1 point rear guards from a target. This thing was 10k. Alright, fair. If you point out as rear guards target in turn, Soul Blast, find the same number of cards. Top of your deck is the number of opponents open rear guards. Choose any number of units from one of them, concept rear guard shot, and put the rest into Soul. That's like. It's so. And the thing is that, right? The worst thing ever is that if you look at the top 5, it's mostly triggers, and you're like, oh, well, shit. You know? Like, it just needs things that make Eugene not ass, you know? Like, give it a backup grade 3 that helps it mitigate its Soul Blast effect. Like,
I just think Eugene's one of those grade 3s that needed a 3rd skill.
Like, imagine, right? Like, let me tell you this, right, Brian? Imagine, right? If you Soul Blasted 5, call that many, and then for each of the opponent's open circles, right, they give us 5k. That'd be nutty. Instead of and then remove the rest 2 rear guards for the plus 10, and then just have that skill.
That's what I think his 3rd skill should have been. Like, he should have had a 3rd skill where it's like maybe Soul Blast 2. All of your rear guards get plus 10k power. Oh no, plus 5k power for each open rear guard. No, for every 2 open rear guard circles.
Yeah, or something like that, you know. You know, make it to where I won't feel bad for calling so many, you know. And the thing is that
have it to where your opponent's vanguard has to be grade 3, of course.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just rushes too hard.
Yeah, but as of right now, Eugene has seen nothing, and it's not like being seen as like he's not even a card worth playing. Like, if you go to like TCG player, right, which, if I can go to it, right, TCG player, and you go look up like Eugene, I think it's like the cheapest triple R like out there, right?
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, like you go to Gens of the 5 grades.
Oh, for some reason his SP keeps going up. I have no fucking clue why.
What? Wait, hold on, really? If you go grade 3s, right?
I haven't checked his SP price in a while. It might have finally settled back down to where it should be, but last time I checked was like $17.
You go to grade 3s. And of course, you have like cards like Sunlight Punishment that help, you know, with popping things when you counter blast. You also have Trip Bash that gives things a crit. But, you know, it's still not enough to make the deck, like, at least decent. Yeah, the SP is like $14.
Yeah.
But if you go to, like, page 1, if you try to find Eugene, right, price-wise, it's just...
damn, Zorgo really went down, didn't he?
$125. It's just new. Yeah, Zorgo's 11. But Zorgo and Orpheus are both 11s right now because they're both really good.
I'm talking about SPs.
Oh, did it go downward?
Just SP just dropped hard in price. What the hell?
What's 72? What was it before?
Like, what?
Wait, the low is 72.
If you check the recent prices, the last 2 times it sold, it was like $70, $75, right? The previous time it sold was $93. Well, $94.
Oh, fair.
It dropped hard. Like, what the hell? And the market price doesn't even want to change. No matter... Like, hold on. Zorga made a bunch of sales above like $75, and the market price refused to budge. Like the market price stayed at $70 despite having like at least 8 transactions.
Well, the market price for SP
$8
Orphis just stuck at 70.
Yeah, I don't know why the market price isn't moving at all. But either way.
But either way, right? Yeah. As I was saying with like Eugene, like for set 4, right? Give it something. We have more than enough overdress support. If you want to give us like some sprinkles for overdress here and there, fine. But at least make Eugene the main poster thing for the set. You know. Everything else, I don't know. I'm guessing everyone got fair support in the other sets too. So moving on to the next topic for our show, if you want to call it that. So Bushiroad announced, right, that fucking look it up. Bushy Road. So Brian, let me ask you a question, right? Did you compete in the online Springfest?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Oh well, I did. I thought it was alright. So of course, right, Bushiroad saw that it did pretty well. So they're now doing, okay, we're gonna do
Hold on. Bushiroad Rumble coming December 2021. Bushiroad Rumble online 2021. Is this in person?
No, it's online, bruh.
No, look at the comments. The first comment.
Is it in person? No, this is an online tournament. Stupid, I don't have the chance. Oh my god. But nah, like Bushiroad Rumble Online 2021 is gonna have overdress and White Schwartz because all the rest of the games flopped.
Damn,
Unfortunately.
Vanguard really just replaced like two different games.
So for 1 weekend, it's a 2-day event. We have V Premium. The next weekend we have Standard, and we have next we have Premium, and the next we have White Schwartz. So for me, last time to test it out, I went to Standard only. I did fine, I guess. I did okay. But for this one, I'm gonna try and compete in V Premium, Standard, and Premium as well. So I think
I get to show off my new Yasui sleeves.
I think this is gonna be a good idea. I don't know if you're gonna be in it, Brian, but I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun idea. What do you think?
Yeah, that seems like fun. Wait, how would I apply? Or is it already? Oh,
So-
it's coming December. Okay.
Yeah, you just need. Yeah, you already have a proper camera set up, so you just need like to put your it's like entering regionals, you know, enter your deck into that thing, then turn into them, and then you know, now not to you know blast anybody. I hope I'm not doing this by saying it, but I think because last tourney was run by Pro Play Tour, and I'm not gonna name any names. I'm not gonna say anything, but I've heard things. Say massive quotation marks. I'm saying this, but I've heard things about Pro Play Tour that have both been positive and negative. Personally, for me, I had a decent time at Springfest last. As I had a good time at Springfest last time. So I don't know. I heard they did a good job for online tourney last time, and hopefully they'll do a good job again for Rumble online. But I don't know. It could go either way. Like and also right, not to blast anybody, but this is on Remote Fight, and Remote Fight is it has its flaws. You know, there are a lot of I've been on Remote Fight for almost a year now. Oh, actually over a year now, and it has its stinky players. I'll say it like that. You know, it has its issues. But last time we played, it was good. Of course, a lot of players from WCC competed in the online tourney, and I think like Derek Dow just absolutely wrecked people. I think, or something like that. And also like other people like that from WCC that just came and cleaned house. So also we had great commentary from leader from WCC, and different fight as well. So, you know, a different fight. If you're watching this, commentate my match, bro. Please. Shameless plug. But yeah, I also saw that Solomon played, and he played big Grand Blue, old man Grand Blue, and topped. So good on him. Good on him. You know, it takes a good player with opaque skill to top with that's not in the top competitor of Tier 1. So, but yeah, that's Bushiroad Rumble. I'm gonna compete in it. Obviously, I think it's gonna be fun. Brian, you might compete in it. You gonna compete in it? Yes or no? Maybe so.
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly.
Play
Yeah.
mostly just V Premium and Standard, of course.
Yeah, because, well, actually, that's the next thing we can talk about. Well, we actually have, I think, 3 more topics before we can end the show. The next topic I want to talk about is, Bushiroad, where the ban list at?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this ban list for a hot minute. Where did it at? We're now in, July? Right? And we've seen and heard nothing? Like, come on now.
Premium too, of course.
And now you're announcing Bushiroad Rumble Online 2021. Like, I don't think you need to see another tourney where Prism just reigns supreme, and in Premium all you see is loop decks. So can you fix your shit, please?
Damn, how much representation is Prism getting in V Premium?
So I think in the last I'm hoping this fan isn't blown into my mic. But in the last thing, I think it was like over 60, maybe 70% Prism.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah. I mean, also, right, and the thing is that people are also arguing, oh, what about Bastion saw 60 over 70%? Bastion saw it was taking over, so we should ban Bastion. And I'm sitting here like, yo, this is set 1, chill out.
Okay, yeah, that's completely different. Like,
You know.
V's already gone. Like, it's already a very established meta.
Exactly. It's a more established format. It's already
Overdress
planted
is
itself, you know. Yeah.
And Overdress is quite literally one set in. So, give it like a few sets before
Give
you
it to like
see
set 4. You know what? Argue with me. Once we see set 4, right? And I bet.
Still absolutely busted somehow.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Look at
I bet my SP Drag Vita, right? That if by set 4, Bastion will not be the best deck. It won't.
Okay.
I will bet my SP Drag Vita on that. It won't be the best deck.
Okay.
So
Better hold yourself to that.
yeah. Now it could be wrong, and in set 4 we get freaking a triple R that says, "Hey yo, if you have like 5 grade 3s, stack the overture on top of your deck, GG."
Yeah.
But I honestly don't think so. So I don't think Bastion's gonna be the best deck by set 4. Now set 4 could come out. I'll eat those words if it's best deck. I will eat those words, and I will literally ship out my SP Drag Vita to some lucky person. But to me, I don't think it's gonna be best deck. I don't. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Well, right now, right? It's with KG Mura, right? That's his name. The guy who's flagshipping Vanguard right now. Am I getting his right name? KG Mura, that's his name, right?
KG Mori, what?
Mori, right? That's the guy who's handling Vanguard from now on. I hope I need his name right. I don't know, but he's so far we've seen nothing but good. Well, I can't say nothing but good things. We've seen some pretty questionable stuff, but so far it's been overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, like over triggers.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, over triggers. Yeah, it's totally yeah. Bitch. Yeah, over triggers.
Stuff. Over triggers.
But fuck's sake, man. But it's been overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
For it. So of course, yeah, the ban list. we have the top card, the top decks. I don't think if you play premium, you know what it is. If you play V premium, you know what it is. You know, you got your Prism, you got your Ancient Feather, you got your even Genesis is seeing a lot of play. For premium,
with Gavriel, like for balance, I would say like voice restrict, no seal, and Gavriel for V premium. And then just like do something to Prism. I haven't gone against it enough to know what would need to get hit, but apparently that deck is just too crazy.
So with Prism, right? I've gone against it a few times. They draw 15,000 cards and just say, "Ha, try hit me now," and then they're just saying, then they're just activating Mordred multiple times in a turn, so they just fuck off.
I see. So essentially, there's just too many cards in that deck that are busted.
Yeah, the deck is solved now. Well, it's been solved. That's why it's topping. But the thing is that it has so many good pieces that hitting one thing, I don't know what the now they could do what they did with Anger Blader and just try to say ban that one Prism card. It won't hurt their wallets. It'll just hurt the wallets of the people who bought it. You know, but the thing is that, right, Prism is even reason. The thing is that it's not that expensive. That's the problem. Prism is not that expensive, so they just say ban the grade 3 Prism. Oh well, that goes your whole combo, dead. So I don't know how they're gonna touch the deck to make it not completely broken, but you know, this is something we have. This is not new for V Premium. Every time we've seen Bermuda Triangle, something has to be busted. If it's not crystal, you know what? I gotta rant real quick, right? Bushy Road, what is your hard on with Bermuda Triangle? Lyrical Monasterio, no, sorry, not that. My bad. What is it? Crystal Melody, busted. Lyrical Melody, what the fuck was called? Busted. Freaking this new Bermuda Triangle set that we got in Premium, busted. Like, what is your hard on with making Bermuda Triangle the most insufferable clan in the game?
Yeah, that just like mostly happened by the end of G. Like ever since the end of G, they've been giving Bermudas practically tier 0 or near tier 0.
Exactly, bro. Like, come on, we got clans like fucking what's a clan that's not doing so well right now? We got clans like Mega Colony that get horse shit almost every. What we get? That one Spark Hercules that didn't do anything. Gutting Kolio, okay, that was rich. Yeah, cool meme. And Gridora, alright, fine. But this is such blatant favoritism. It's not even funny. Like, don't even get me started on Royal Paladin, because that whole set has like 15,000 VRs. I'm not complaining about it because I played the deck, but I'm just saying, you know, what is your hard on with Bermuda Triangle that every time, like, this is why I'm so worried about Lyrical Monasterio, because if they're not careful, right, I swear if I see some broke shit from that set, I am not living through Melody Gate again. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. So please, Bushy Road, if you're K2 more, I don't care whoever's manning this ship, right? Please do whatever you want to do with that set. Just be careful. God, it's not hard. Just make the fact that that literally, right, when Riviera came out. In fact, I can't even go past that. When Melody came out, right? Calls rating over 70k with 2 crit, you just couldn't stop it. That was nuts. Why? What's the point? Like, there's literally no point in doing this other than just pissing off your fan base. No point. So, please, for the love of God, don't do it again. I beg. God. But you know, yeah. That's Bermuda Triangle.
It's like they also had to make the Bermuda support good because
make the support.
It's because that support's supposed to last an entire year.
Okay, so that's fine. Make the support good. Just don't break the freaking form while you're doing it. Exactly. Fuck's sake. Yeah.
Like the thing, like again, like they would literally have those Bermuda sets have to set up the next year's worth of power creep. Like remember, like there was Melody, and then it was busted up until like Phantasmal Steed, where we got our actual power creep. That's where we got.
Fair. We got the power creep, and that was
all those decks only. All those decks would have only not been absolutely busted beyond belief just because of Revere coming.
And I understand the let me use a PG word. I understand the allure of Bermuda Triangle, right? I understand. You know, it's anime titties. You know, I understand that. I understand why it's so. You know, I understand why the set sells so well, but like you don't have to ruin your game, right? I swear, bro. I swear, dude. I swear. The new grade 3. If we let's take a time machine back to 2018 when primarily came out, right? I swear, if Sonata just said gets plus 5k for each of your other lyrical, each of your melody cards, right? If that's all it said, and you made great art of it, it will sell. I swear, it will still sell because it's anime. It's girls. I'm not lying to you. That card could have the shittiest ability, and it'll still sell. You don't have to ruin your format in order to sell to your niche market. You don't. I
just hope they're able to fit in more lyrical Monasterio sets, just so they don't have the excuse that, hey, this set needs to last a whole year, so that's why we have to make it so absurdly busted compared to everything else.
I mean, but the thing is that, right, it's one nation. Well, it's just one clan. It's one nation. No one cares. You don't have to ruin your format to make
What I'm saying is that, yeah, if they are able to add in more lyrical sets throughout the year, then they can
sake, man.
They can just tone it down.
Like, you don't have to ruin your. This is what pisses me off so much about Bermuda Triangle. You don't have to ruin your whole format for one clan that only a niche part of your fan base plays. You don't have to do that. You think I like playing against Prism every round of V Premium? You don't like doing that? I don't. It's not even just that. The recent shit. Don't even get me started on Gabriel. Whoever thought Gabriel was a good idea is a fucking moron. Not even kidding. Fuck's sake.
Gabriel was fine until people figured out no seal with her. Then she became
the fact that you can't even do shit. Like, honestly, right? I know I'm gonna get flack for it because I play Gab. Well, not anymore. I'm about to sell the deck because I hate so much. I play Gab, right? I feel sick to my stomach playing Gabriel, right? Because every time I play against, I see the happiness just drain from my opponent's face anytime I say, imagine this, right? 80k for crit, you can't go Sentinels.
Yeah.
I just see that they're like, oh well, alright. I can't win now. GG. That's not fun! It's not fucking fun! For fuck's sake! Whatever, man. You know, that's V Premium. I can rant and wave my arms around about Premium and how that whole format is just mad. But, you know, we don't have all day to rant about that. But moving on to the next topic, which is probably going to be our last one because I think, Brian, you got to go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this will be our last one, then we'll head off. Our last topic, I think you brought it up while we were talking about the sets. Yeah. Evolved Grade 3s, which I've actually been thinking about for a while for the new set.
I don't think they're going to have them replace their counterparts in the Ride deck. I think they'll be primarily main deck cards that have really strong effects that only activate if you have the original unit in your soul. That or it Soul Blasts the original Grade 3.
So, to me, right, if they made evolved forms of the new Grade 3s, like, let's say, evolved form of Nirvana, you know? Like, they don't have to be like, what's it called? They don't have to, say like, oh, do some overpowered skill when you soul blast the same card. Like, to me, if it just said, right, this card is also regarded as Nirvana in like the top of the text, right, so that when you persona ride, it still goes off, right? Because that's the main crux of most decks right now. So if you persona ride, then that gets you closer to winning, you know. So to me, let's take Nirvana for example. Let's say it's Chocolate Bar Tea Divine Genesis Nirvana or something like that. You know, so you persona right into that new Nirvana, Soul Blast, the original Nirvana, and it could say call a Trickstar from your drop and without even discarding anything, and then that could be the on right skill. It could be like Soul Blast, the original Nirvana. Look for overdress. That's in hand. That's it. You're done. You know.
It would need to have additional, more powerful effects if you're gonna have to ride over the original. Cause like, sure, you could have them also persona ride. I feel like that's also something you can do. And in addition to the skills that only activate if you Soul Blast or just have the unit in Soul. And it also still allows the original grade 3s to maintain their value, especially if you have like SPs of them.
Now, to be honest,
or you can have it so they don't persona ride, but you for that trade-off, you get the much more powerful skill.
Yeah. Now, to be honest, right now, what they could do is that it's gonna be kind of cliche because it's basically a weird version of striding. But what they can do is that in the ride deck, it could be a grade 4 version of that grade 3. You know, I know that sounds that's just stride, which yeah, it kind of is, but like it'll be specifically for like let's say like for Zorga. You know, like so for example, right, you discard a card for your ride thing, and then you discard the same card name as Zorga as a trade off for persona riding, right? Discard Zorga, and you go into Supreme Sorceress of the Deep, Zorga, you know, and then when you run on top of that, right, you still get 10k to the front row, but then you activate your additional effects that come with it. You know what I'm saying? So let's take Orphis for example, right? Orphis has a grade 4. Discard a same card name is Orphis. From the ride deck is now Cardinal Death Carfin Orphis or something. You know, some grandiose name Bush will come up with, right? Put on Orphis, and then you pull off the persona ride effect, and instead of Counter Blast 2, it's not Counter Blast 1. Call 4 of your Evolve Shadow Army tokens to the rear guard, something like that, you know. So, like something like that, I feel will be a really cool, you know, a grade 4 version, kind of like how like you know in G era when there was like you had Chrono Dragon, you had Next Stage, and you had Asha, you had the new Asha, something like that, you know. So I think that'd be pretty cool. You know, what do you think?
Yeah. As long as it just doesn't destroy the value of the originals, then I'm good.
Yeah, it doesn't have to downplay the originals. It could just be an extension for the originals to use. You know.
Yeah, just have it be an extension because
and to be honest,
just being like, oh, by the way, those SPs you got of the originals that you got from set 1 that were really expensive, useless now.
And then and then at the end of the turn, right, if you want to make use of it, and a turn, remove that grade 4, put it into your ride deck again. You know, so for the next turn, you have to discard a signature again to do the whole thing over again. You know. So instead of persona riding, right, and drawing 1, you have to discard the same grade 3 to pull off that same effect. And of course, right, for the trade-off, it's -1 soul because now you're not stacking soul for the persona ride, but you get the cool effects though. So yeah, something like that would be pretty cool. I think that'd be a cool thing to do. But if they're gonna do something like that, right, I think they should do it in like a separate set. Like a nation set or something like that, because a whole set based off the base grade 3s, it just sounds selfish in a way, you know. So I think like if they did it all for like all in one set, you know, like how they did. There was one that they did for V era that was really good, and it was like a side set with like it's kind of like Festival Collection, but it was like for V era. It had like Escapade and Nouveau Vogue in there. So I think that'd be pretty alright. I don't know. Well, we got 9 minutes. Want to talk about the anime?
I haven't caught up with the anime in a little bit. I'm like a few episodes behind.
It's good. I watched snippets of the dub. I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it. Like Yu Yu Kondo sounds fine. Donji sounds fine.
Okay, as long as Donji sounds fine.
Yeah, Donji sounds alright. Yu sounds alright. I haven't heard what Toya sounds like, but I'm sure he sounds okay. Listen, man. I know it's Lily Pichu, and I think it's alright. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, I think she just dropped the ball on that. I don't like Megumi's voice. It's so annoying. Like it's more annoying than it should be. You know. Like, everyone else sounds alright, just Megumi's voice just, God. Wanted to bang my head on my keyboard. You know. Not to knock on Lily Peachy, right? I think she tried her best, but I don't think her voice matches what Megumi should be. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
You know? Like, if she was like, I don't know, the voice of Trickstar, if he ever had a voice actor, I wouldn't be mad. You know, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if that was a voice for Lily Peach. Lily Peach was that voice, but I don't know. Not to ruin anything for you, but as an overall review of this for season 1, I thought it was good. I thought the animation was spot on. That's 9 out of 10. Story-wise, I thought it was a little bit boring. The season finale was alright, but so far as story-wise, though, like I think they just crammed all of the one season of what Vanguard is into 12 episodes, and I don't think it really worked that well story-wise.
From what I've seen, it's like the very beginning was like just slice of life.
Yeah,
but
like
with Vanguard.
getting to know the characters. You know what I'm saying?
But then it just looks like season 2 is probably gonna actually have a story.
Yeah, like honestly, season 2, I feel the end of season 1 set the tone for season 2. You know, Donji left to go deal with something, right? That's his story. How is Yu gonna cope with Toya being the new leader of Blackout? You know, after he burned the flag.
I see.
That's sorry, you haven't seen it yet. My bad.
No.
But
I didn't even know he became the leader of the Blackout.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll forget the next day.
I probably will.
But yeah, honestly, right? Everyone has. They did. One, I'll tell you right. They did a good job setting the tone for season 2, because everyone now, we all want to know how are they gonna cope with the new things that are happening at the end of season 1. You know, everyone has a different story. Like, how's you gonna cope? How is Donji? Where did Donji go? How did Toya gonna do with this new role? How is Megumi gonna react? You know, how is Tamara and Zakusa gonna react? You know, how? Of course, right? You'll know when we watch it, but fuck Masanori.
Oh.
Yeah, but like honestly, season 2, right? This is gonna be great. It's gonna be okay. You know, there's the story now. Got some good story beats. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen next. But as for season 1, I'll give it a nice 7 out of 10. I thought it was a bit boring in some parts, but it did pick up at the very end. I thought that was good. So yeah. That was the anime. I thought that was good. Honestly, right? I think everyone was like, "Where's all the card fights? There were no card fights." Bloody. Listen, man. There in life, it's give and take, right? You gave away having 25-minute card fights for sleek, good animation. Be fucking happy.
Honestly, I just want one card fight where it's just nothing but showing the entire fight, but it's just really well animated.
Now,
just like a really good Dragon Ball Z episode.
Now, to give the animation a little bit of criticism, right? I will say they reused a lot of scenes from episode 1. Like when Toya's walking up to the altar, like to the card fight table, they reuse that a lot. Anytime they write a card, it's reused animation. Like, I think that's a little bit lazy. Like, they didn't even show, like, you know, maybe a new rod, because that's the one thing I liked about G-Era. Whenever they wrote a card, right, it's different, you know? Anytime, you'll never see Aichi write Blaster Blade the same fucking way. But if you go to overdress, right, they write the card by just throwing it down. It just lands perfectly. That's annoying. You know, don't like. Of course, the fight scenes are beautiful, right? Of course, you know we saw Donji versus Toya. Those fight scenes was great, and then we saw some other fight scenes. I won't spoil it for you any further, but we saw some good fight scenes, and those fight scenes were good. But at least if you're gonna show the game, right, do something different, please. But other than that, it's good. It's good animation. I saw. Because usually in V era, I won't lie to you, I was able to pick up a few animation mistakes. Like, if you saw in one part in, like, G, you'll see that Kazuma has a grade 4 in the rear guard. Where did that come from? If you see like in V, there's some animation mistakes like Kai called the Neo Flame and then Aramo and then like they switch places or something. You know, there's a few animation mistakes in G and V, and like honestly, right, the games are long, but my god, the animation fucking suck. Like the only thing that was good was like Blast Your Blade, Blast Your Dart, Dragonic Overlord, and they made the end. Dragonic Overlord at the end looks so fucking derpy. Like he looks so derpy. Like oh my god. But you know, in some parts right of the show, the animation looks great, but for D era, it's smooth, consistent animation, and there's very few, if not no mistakes in the animation, which is good. But it could still use like a bit more. I think people are really starting to miss. And this is what, and in the last like 3 minutes of the show, I'm gonna do a little bit of a rant, right, of our fan base. And I'm not knocking on everyone because I do it too sometimes, but when I remember there was 2 instances of this happening, right, and that's. People were clamoring, yo, freaking the card fights, it's all card fighting, the animation's trash, fix the animation, oh my god, I want more story elements, blah, blah, blah. They now get it, everyone's like, oh, where the card fights are at, I want 20-minute card fights, I missed the card fight. Can't y'all just be happy for once? Fuck's sake, man. Can't y'all be happy for once?
I feel like they should at least, like, have, like, once every few episodes, just have one really big card fight.
I guess, kind of.
Because then you just focus on the fight.
And then, I remember, and this is another instance of it happening, people were, when the end of G happened, everyone was just done with G zones. Like, I remember, like, people were like, oh, I'm done with grade 4, it's just, because, fair right, it was really expensive to make a G deck. I think, like, it got to the point where making a G was like $300-$400. $500 high end.
And then we hit set 8+ V era.
And but the thing is that right, and the beginning of V, this got way cheaper, but then it got a lot worse. At the end of V. But now with D era, I know D is new, but like in D era looks alright. Like you can build like, I don't know, Zorga. I'm sorry, not Zorga. You can build Barrel Mac for like $50-$60. You know, you can build.
Just make sure you build it now because it's gonna get more expensive over time.
Yeah, you can build Nirvana relatively cheap for like I think 110-120. You know, it's not too bad. But I remember when people were done with G zones, right? When Mid V came out, right? Everyone's like, I miss G era. G era was so good, man. Half of y'all I swear, most of the community fucking hated G era, bro. What are you talking about? Most of y'all fucking hated G era. Now you want it back? Fuck's sake. Nostalgia's a bitch. I swear.
I like G era despite how poorly they treated Murakumo.
Yo, I don't think you can really complain, man. Every set in V Murakumo was a banger deck. So.
Yeah, I said I liked G despite them treating Murakumo badly. V era was like an apology.
V era was an apology.
Yeah.
We're sorry. Here's broken shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, right? I'll take the give and take. When Gear Chronicle was a thing, right? In G era, they gave that thing so much support. Oh man. And I think, to be honest, I loved every second of it. In V era, I had to wait a whole year before we got something for Gear Chronicle? God dang.
You had to wait until the end of V to actually have a good Gear Chronicle deck.
Yes, we had to wait until the end of V. We did a reprints for like Chronojet to have actually a decent Gear Chronicle deck. But yeah, that's That's my opinion on it. Like, you can't, honestly, right, Bushiroad, if you're ever gonna watch this, you probably won't, because this thing's gonna have like what, 15 views. If you're ever gonna watch this, right, you can't please everybody. You know, you can't please the entire fan base. It's literally, with the size y'all at, it's impossible. You know. So you're gonna have people criticize. You're gonna have people saying, "Oh, I hate this, I hate that, I hate that." It does, honestly, right? If you're able to please the majority, job well done. You did it. You know. So, cause like honestly, right, through the highs and lows, right? Brian's still here. I'm still here. Most of your family hasn't gone yet. You know. So yeah. That's my take on it. What do you think, Brian?
I mean, some people just gotta understand that the anime is just literally just a slice of life.
Yeah.
Until it, of course, looks like season 2. Then it looks like it's gonna be a lot more story driven.
Yeah.
Like, bro, but you know, it ain't no Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, so.
Oh my fucking god. So, yeah, I think that's the end of the show. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been SP, your host, and I'm hoping my co-host Brian, because we got some good conversations going, you know. When are we gonna do this again, Brian? What's your schedule looking like?
I don't know, so long as I'm not asleep.
So hopefully, we don't have a set schedule for this, but hopefully sometime, maybe next week, we can do this podcast again, the Vcast number 2. But we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see y'all next time. Peace out.
See ya.
See ya.